All right, you got your very first CSC hair crown, but now what? I understand something like this can be really intimidating because have you ever worn a wig before? Is this your first time? We're going to go step by step on exactly how you're going to wear this beauty. So when you first receive your crown, you'll receive a basic wig cap. This is really nice, easy, and comfortable. There are 2 nylon caps in here. Then we have the beautiful crown itself. It does come with this netting. This is there to really help protect those fibers. And this is something I really recommend keeping a pile of because when you're traveling, to be able to put this on over it, it will be super, super helpful. Really beautiful curls. And if you did not choose to opt for our free lace cutting, we are going to have to cut this off together, but I promise it is so much easier than you may think. Included in the crown is our added band. You're going to see this in a lot of the wigs. This is going to be extra security. However, the really nice thing is that these are so customizable where you can actually remove this band if you do not want to have it in there. Right now, I am going to take it off because we are now going to do lace cutting. When it comes to lace cutting, you can use 2 different types of scissors. This is a pinking shears. It's comically large. I feel like if somebody's out there in the scissor making business, if you could make it like a smaller pinking shears, that would be lovely. So this one reminds me of like arts and crafts. It's going to have these jagged ends here and it's going to kind of create like a ripple, or it's going to create more of a blurred line effect as opposed to a straight line. However, your girl has been doing this for many, many years and I just love a really nice sharp pair of scissors. Fun fact, when I started my business, I was the only one who did lace cutting. And for me, I had this one red scissors and everyone knew to not touch it. Now we're going to get into the lace cutting. So the wigs are manufactured with lace. This is what's going to give it a really realistic hairline because if you were to look at a hard front wig, those are ones that usually have a hard stopping point, where our natural hairlines are going to have a little bit of more sparsity around the hairline. So this is how they are manufactured. This is something that can be very customized if you choose to really blend into your widow's peak or if you have lower sideburns, things like that. So this is a really nice feature. Usually when I teach my crew how to cut lace, I tell them to cut right up through the center here. And that way it's more of like a natural motion of the wrist to follow it down, or you can start right here at that ear tab. But for this video, I think since we're just beginning, I think going straight through the middle is the way to go. Grab my scissors here and I'm just going to cut straight up to that hairline. So this one does have lace front bangs. So the hair's gonna wanna fall forward a little bit more, but I'm just going to move that hair, follow the line. If you cut into a little bit of the hairs, that is perfectly fine. You're just going to make sure to get those out at the end. A little shedding is completely normal. Now we're going around the ear. I'm using my finger underneath here as a base, and I'm going to cut right there. See, not nearly as scary as it may look. Flip it around and we have this part of the lace remaining. I always am fascinated that people can do this standing. I feel like I have to sit to do this. I know that my scissor is nice and sharp because it's not like juddering on the lace, it is cutting through. For informational purposes, I'm gonna grab my pinking shears here so you guys can see kind of what that difference looks like. Again, it's comically large. So I'm just going and I'm cutting, but you can see that it's creating a jagged edge. Again, this is all totally personal preference. I've gone many, many years just using a sharp scissors and I've been totally fine with this, but it is a nice option. So I'm just gonna finish this lace cutting with my scissors here. Now I'm going to just run my fingers through here, starting at the bottom and working my way up. If I were to start at the top and then pull down, any sort of hair that I may have gotten into this with lace cutting, it would then bunch up at the ends, which is what we're trying to avoid any sort of tangling. So starting at the bottom and I'm working my way. So again, a little bit of shedding is completely normal. Let me just take this wig off and I will show you how to put it on. It's all I have my hair as underneath. It's just my hair up in a wig cap. And this wig cap honestly didn't even fit super well and I've been wearing it all day. I'm going to pull out my hair ties here. You do not have to know how to French braid. I've gone many years saying I don't know how to Dutch braid, but I found out that when I braid this side, it's actually a Dutch braid, which is so silly to me. I did a video one time and I was like, no, you actually do know how to do it. And it was really eye-opening day for me. It is all about personal preference and however you feel the most comfortable. I am a very fast French braider because I actually was a bridal hairstylist and makeup artist for many, many years, and braids were such a great shortcut to make something look really, really elegant, and it was also really, really fast. All right, what is this added band? Why do we use it? This is all about extra security when you know that you need to have your crown last all day, or if you're just gonna feel a little bit more secure. I personally don't wear mine daily, but this is a really great tool to have, and I love that I can take it out as well. So what I'm going to do is put it into the slots here on each side. And this is almost like a bra strap, or you can make it smaller or bigger. I know for me, I like to just have it on this back clasp here. This is great too if you feel like maybe a wig is feeling a little big. You can absolutely wear this, or if it's feeling a little too tight, you can always take this out. We also have these back clasps here as well, and I'm just going to put it into this back area here. This is a really common thing that most wigs have. This is also a way to make it smaller or bigger. Next, we're gonna follow up with our wig cap. You could wear no wig cap at this point, whatever you feel the best in, but this is something I wear pretty much daily. I think it's just nice and easy and so comfortable. Super, super elastic. Just tucking those braids up in the back. So here is our added band. This is that lace front. We're going to put our forehead in and take this band to put it back at the nape of our neck. And we're not going to judge if you can see that I don't have foundation on back here, okay? I don't normally wear this added band, and I can just tell that it really feels really nice and secure. There's also combs on the inside of this and in the back, so I like putting in that back comb as kind of an anchor. And suddenly I have beautiful water waves with like fresh highlights. It is just that easy. Suddenly I have beautiful, fabulous hair, and I am good to go.